That's Queen Naja. They're playing her in Cleveland, Ohio, 107.9. Sweet Hey, MQ. How are you? Are you still doing your thing? I hardly see any notifications from you anymore. That's the only way I could keep up with people's stuff. Hey, Quita. Call me with all that nonsense today. Well, I wanted to come on here live and talk about. I just saw a video from Baron Runner Squad, and oh hey, Aaron, from Baron Runner Squad, and she was saying the truth behind her smile, and it really affected me. Oh, okay. Hi from Utah. Nothing up, just sitting here, just, you know how you just sit back and you listen to what people say about what's happening in their lives, and then you be wondering how come you feel a certain way about things that happen in your life, and so many other people could be going through similar things or worse than what you are. Hi Ethan, hi Emily, hi Ellie Verna. Hey, I like your little emojis with the glasses on. So anyway, she was saying that her mom had gotten sick, and she had posted about it before. Her mom had gotten sick. She had an aneurysm, and she nearly almost died. Hi, Tyler. And and her mom couldn't take care of herself anymore, so she needed to come in and help her mom, and they denied her her disability, her unemployment, and everything. So her and her boyfriend and the kids had to move in with her. And she was like, people don't know because we're always smiling, and they don't know the pain that's behind our eyes and what we're going through, because you only tell YouTube what you want YouTube to know about you, okay? And she was saying how they're staying in their mom's house, and how the kids stay in the house with the mom, and then her and Eric stays in a little shed in the back. It's pretty nice still though, but I understand what she's saying. To me, she's an amazing person, and Eric is an amazing person, because they gave up their home and put everything in storage to come help their mom. See, they couldn't afford to pay all their bills and then pay her bills. And you know, she have a truck note, she have a house note, she have homeowners insurance, and plus little things that's insignificant. You understand? And so she gave up everything that she had to come help her mother. And I said that's a pretty damn good daughter, if you ask me. I got into a really heated argument with my daughter the other day, and we both said some pretty mean stuff to each other. But it's one thing that I always require from my children, and that was respect. But once kids grow up and they grown, they live on their own, they pay their own bills, then, you know, they do what they want to do because they have their own mind. And so we were having a conversation about my baby son. He's got locked up in jail, and he's going to be going away for, he's been away now for like 17 months, you know, and we always been a pretty close family or whatever have it. But uh, my baby son wasn't as close to us as he should have been, because he was so busy running the street and being that hood type guy. You understand? So it all catching back up to him now. So now he was sentenced to 5 years in prison. He's already been in for 17 months. So, and he has to do 3 year on a gun stack. Okay, he can't get out before 3 years. So he, even though he did 15, 16 arm ready, he have to do 3 more for a total of 5 years. He just told me today that he applied for his time served. I don't know why the judge didn't give him his almost 500 days time served when they sentenced him, but he had to file for him. So anyway, my baby is only 30 minutes away from Cleveland. I mean, that's just a hop, skip on the freeway and go see your brother. He can have 4 visits a month. I have enough children that he should not have to miss a visit. You understand? You can only visit him on odd days. So if you visit him on, you know, my mind is going ahead of time because I'm thinking about this story that I'm getting ready to tell you guys. Um, um, he can have 4 visits 4 times a month, only on odd days. So you need like the 13th, the 15th, the 17th, the 19th. So you get it odd days because of the way his number is, because he has an odd number, so he get odd number days. Okay. So I started a conversation with the kids, you know, because we have a chat room and we just go in there, and it's only for us family. It's only for my children, and it's only for me and their dad. Okay. And I went into the chat. Well, I started off the conversation with her on the phone, and I was like, because I was trying to figure out what day this week I could go see my son. And so I asked her when was she gonna go see my son, you know, because he had been in there now for, you know, in Lorraine for like 2-3 weeks, and it's summertime. And in Lorraine, it's like a holding place before you go to your parents' institution. Now, am I proud that my son is in jail? No, I'm not. We didn't raise our kids that way, but you know, shit happens. You know, it was the life he chose to live, and so now it's something that he have to deal with, and he's doing it like a man, okay? And so she got very hostile and very argumentative when I was asking her why didn't she go see my son, okay? And I'm telling her he's only 30 minutes away. I said, and when your husband, before he was your husband, was in jail, you would go 3-4 hours away from Cleveland in your little shit ass car that didn't even have heat in it, okay? Or it could have been his mama's car that didn't have heat in it at that point. I don't know what it was. Okay, it was my daughter's car. My husband just corrected me. So at any rate, we got into this heated exchange, and like I said, so she got the yelling, and then I was like, bye, 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 and then she hung up in my face. And so that was cool with me. But when she can't talk to you on the phone, the first thing she do is get behind that keyboard and start keyboard thugging, and I don't appreciate that. So the first couple things that she said to me, she put the word shit in it, she put the word ass in it, and so then by that time she pissed me off, and I'm going to admit that I said some very inappropriate things to her, very inappropriate, okay? Because I didn't like the fact that she felt as though she could cuss at me. Now, I have told you guys my life story. Oh, sorry to hear that. You got that right. It's okay, but I just feel a little sad after listening to Van Runner Squad talk, because she literally gave up her home, put everything in storage, and moved in to help pay her mother's bills. You understand? And I just sit back and I feel some kind of way in my heart, and it hurts because I don't know if I told you guys my life story of when I got ill and how bad it's been. Well, now it seems to be getting worse because I'm losing anywhere to, like, in a 7-day period, I'm probably losing like 10 pounds. I know you guys are probably saying, dang, Mama Kathy, really? Yes. If you could look at my face and go back to some older videos, you know, just a month ago. You go back a month ago, you will see my face is all rosy and round, and my neck had, you know, a little weight to it. And then now I don't have anything. Yeah, I'm losing weight because I can't eat. You know, I'll eat and then I dry heave, and I dry heave, and I dry heave. And listening to Shonda talk about her and Eric gave up everything, you know, and it hurts me to my heart. You know, the only person who really came to the hospital to see me like every day or every other day was Dochi, okay? Him and Nisha. And if it wasn't Nisha, it was just Dochi. I'm not saying the other kids didn't come. They just didn't come as much. And I was in the hospital from 2012 until 2017. I lived in the hospital more than I lived in my freaking house that we had just gotten. Everything in that house was spanking brand new. We didn't even get a chance to stay in there because I would go into the hospital for a week. I'll come home for a day. Then I'll be back in the hospital for 2 more weeks. Thank you, Jasmine. And it just hurt because I used to have to... You can. I used to have to beg my kids to bring my grandbabies to see me. And at that point in my life, besides my husband and my kids, my grandbaby is what gave me hope. You know, because I see their little eager faces, and then they just love Nana so much. You know, and it just made my heart feel fonder. It took my mind off of what was going on with me. And then just to see that Shonda and Eric gave up so much for their parents, and then I sit back and I listen to how my children talk to me. Not all of them, but I would sit back and I listen to the way my children talk to me, and then sometimes I just don't understand it and I just don't get it. I am the most kindest, sweetest person you will ever meet. I will give you the shirt off my back. I will give you the last dollar out of my pocket. Can you take this to the bed? And you could just set it on the bed. Thank you. And I'm talking about a perfect stranger. I mean, because I can't eat, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I want to do a mukbang video so bad with a seafood boil, but your girl would take 2 bites of a crab leg, maybe a piece of shrimp, and that would be it. And you will be looking at me like, Mama Kathy, really? That's not a mukbang. You understand? And I want to do it so bad, but I can't. And but then going, all that I have been through, I have had like since 2012, I have literally had like 10 operations. My stomach looked like a railroad map. I'm not telling you guys this because I want any sympathy. I'm just telling you how it is in my house. Like Shonda said, you don't know what goes on behind people's doors until they tell you. And my biggest thing that hurts is when my kids disrespect me. Okay? Me and my husband live in this big old house by ourselves. We be so bored. And if they bring my grandbabies to me, I'd be so happy. If they brought me Ariel and Alasia, it would give me something to look forward to than sitting at home thinking about what's going on in my life, what's going wrong. Instead of having to be in my bedroom all day, by the way, it's my safe zone. Because if you see, I do a lot of videos in there or in the car because it's like I have to be in a closed-in space. I don't know. It's got to be something with my psyche. I'm going through a really major, really, really, really major depression. I feel like I want to cry all the time, because I feel like I have nothing. And it's sad to say, and I'm going to say it, and a lot of people were like, damn, Mama Kathy, really? I've been with my husband since I was 14 years old. We have 6 children together, and we adopted 2 for a total of 8. 30 grandbabies, 1 great-grand. So far, thank God, I have not heard about anybody else being pregnant. But I will tell you the honest God truth. Something happened to my husband. By the way, he is 11 years older than I am. If something happened to my husband and I couldn't look over in my bed and see that man lay there, I'm not staying in this world. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. When he leaves, I'm going to make sure he get buried the way that he wants to be buried, and then I'm gone. It's simple as that. Nothing can stop me. I'm just going to take a whole bottle of pills, and I'm going to go to sleep, and then they can bury me on top of them. Because I'm not living in this world without them, because I feel I don't have anybody else. You understand? I feel as though I don't have anybody else. So why would I be in this world, in this house, scared to death? Because I don't know if I told you guys, and I think I might have been, I don't know if I was talking on YouTube Live, but I was happy to be watching this movie, The Ouija Board. And then all of a sudden it popped up on my husband's phone, and I was scared to go downstairs to make me a quarter of the cab because I was so scared. I'll be scared to live in this house. And then besides that, I would never have any visitors. It's days. It's been 2 weeks, and me and my husband be in the house, and nobody comes to visit us but Dochi. Dochi comes every day faithfully, okay? Before he go to work, sometime after he get off work, he comes to the house and he check on me and his dad. Other than that, we don't have anything to do. You understand? And then it's just certain things that go on in your life that I'm really not going to talk about, because that's just putting too much of my personal business out there in the street. But we struggle. Me and my husband struggle every single day. You understand? Nobody helps us to pay these bills around here, and neither one of us work. My husband blew his back completely out before I got sick. And he had to go on disability and workman compensation. You understand? Because when he was working and they was lifting a 550-pound boiler, one of the guys dropped it, and the 2 guys on the end went to catch it, and it tore up both their backs. So My husband has like 5 discs in his back that's messed up. You understand? But he still do what he can when he can. You know what I'm saying? Which is every day, because he have to take care of me. You know, because it's only so much that Mama Kathy could do. When I'm out in public, I'm in a scooter. If I'm not in a scooter, I'm in a wheelchair, because I have heart palpitations and my heart get to racing so fast. Then I get to sweating. The next thing you know, I'm dry heaving, and it's just crazy. But if you had 8 children and you did everything you could to raise them right, and then once you get older and then you get in your time of need, and they're not there for you, what do you do? I mean, they cook dinner. All of them have kids. They cook dinner on a regular basis every day. But do you know nobody never thinks to call over and say, um, can we bring you guys a plate? Can we guys bring you some dinner? Or would you guys like to go out to dinner? Here's a couple gift cards or whatever. You guys could go out to dinner because all y'all do is stay in the house. No, we don't get that from anybody. I think so too. And it hurts because I gave up a lot for my kids. Because when me and my husband got together, I was 14. I didn't know how to raise any kids. Okay, I just had to do it by ear. And one thing me and my husband said to each other was, we said this. We said whatever the kids needed, the kids got first. Whatever the kids wanted, the kids got first. And I think that's why they grew up to be entitled. You understand? They think that they're entitled to this. They expect us to do this for them. You understand? I would give my son who's in jail my absolute last dollar to make sure he had everything that he needed. Okay, because I didn't want him to have to ask anybody for nothing. I didn't want him to have to suffer while he was down in there. And it's like in the last 15 months, I have spent thousands. Because here in Ohio, when you're in the county, the phone calls are like $5 a piece. And I was putting money on the phone, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, $100 a week, plus commissary. I made sure I gave him $40 every week for commissary. You understand? Then we go see him and I had to pay $13 to park. I said already, neither one of us have a job. I can't work. I wish I could. But what I was just talking to my psychiatrist about, because I'm going through a major depression. Okay? Bet you guys didn't know that. Because Mama Kathy tried to smile all the time. Okay? But I'm going through a major depression. I take medicine for depression, you know, and I keep going every day. I try to do things to keep my mind off of stuff. But I have noticed that my short-term memory, I don't have anymore. And I don't know if it's because all the medicines that they give me. I have fibromyalgia. I have lupus, I have COPD, I have asthma, I have diabetes, I have heart palpitations. I am in starvation mode as we talk. So that means malnutrition and my body is starving. And I lose up to 10 pounds almost every week. If it's not 10 pounds, it's 8 pounds a week. That's how much Mama Kathy is losing. If you see my body and then you see me from just a month ago, you will understand what I'm saying to you. So it's kind of crazy. And then when you feel as though you don't have anybody out here in the world to have your back but your husband, and vice versa, no. If something happens to my husband, I'm not staying in this world. I'm leaving. I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. And I'm just going to pray. Hey, Being Running Squad, you inspired this video, so you missed it, but you need to go back and watch it. Because I was like, what you doing for your mom, I think it's just amazing. I mean, my kids wouldn't do that for me, you know. I remember a time when I asked one of my daughters for $35. And I only needed it for a day or two, you know. And the first thing that came out of her mouth, you know what she said to me? She said, I gotta think about it. Yes, amen, 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 amen. It's like I asked her for $35 and she told me that she had to think about it. So her and my other daughter from Rush Tribe was on the phone and they called me because they was getting ready to go work out. And so then I said, Beth, did you ever think about the $30? And then she was like, no, I haven't thought about it. Now, at this point, it had been a couple hours. What is it to think about $30 that your parent asked you for? $30. Okay, I only wanted it so I could send it to my son, because I wasn't getting my paycheck until 2 days later. You understand? And I had already just gave him money the week before because he had just gotten there, and the money that we had put for him down on the county takes 30 days to follow him. And so then we went to go see him, and I spent like $60. You know what I'm saying? And so I was on the phone with Yetta from Rush Tribe and my other daughter, and I said, well, Beth, did you think about the money, the $30? And she was like, no, I ain't think about it yet. I said, well, I need it today. Beth, you are the most disrespectful child that I had, and if I put up every text message that you sent me, they will say that you are so disrespectful, so disrespectful. And so stop. You could get off my live, and if I can, I would block you if I knew how to do it. So anyway, my daughter Yetta was like, Ma, you need $30? And I was like, yeah, I need $30. She's like, okay, I'll give it to you. No ifs, ands, or buts. But I asked Beth for $30. She told me she had to think about it, and then by the time I repeated it to her, it was hours later. So Thursday would have been gone, and he would have missed his commissary day. You don't have to bite your tongue, and we don't have to speak, and I'm not going to argue with you on my video, so please leave my room. It's my YouTube live. Go away. You understand? So I just don't understand it. Then she turns around and she loans somebody else some money that I know. You understand? So that made me think like, okay, that's something that I'm going to store in the back of my mind. Okay? And then when I was in the hospital all that time, do you guys know? You have to go back, Shonda, and watch the video once it load up. Do you know? Exactly. And I accept that. And I was not mad that you didn't give it to me. I was just glad that Yetta did. Okay, because I didn't need it. I just was going to send it to your brother. I didn't need it. You understand? But it's fine. Yes, I tell people how I talk to you, and I told them in the beginning before you got here. Yes, that's my daughter talking to me now. You don't, and did you see how disrespectful and hostile she is? Do you see how hostile she is to her mother? When I was in the hospital, nearly died, and y'all all was crying. What was that, all fake? Because I was in the hospital for 2.5 months in intensive care, and they didn't know whether I was going to motherfucking make it or die. And your daddy was the one that was in there with me every day, not y'all. So a year later, after that incident happened, I asked your dad, I said, things are starting to come back to me. And I said, I can seem like I can remember you sitting with your hands on your knees, just staring at me, facing me. I said, were you there a lot of the times by yourself? And your dad told me, yes, I was. I said, well, where was the kids? You understand? So do you know how many days that my husband sat up in the hospital lonely? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fucking years. You understand? And when I say I was in the hospital for 5 fucking years, I mean I was in the hospital for 5 fucking years. And if I get anything from my daughter Beth, believe me, she'll count to the last motherfucking dollar until she get it all back. You understand? Get it all back. I used to have to beg them to bring my babies to see me. That was the only joy I had in my life at that time, because that was the only pure love in the world. You understand? When you have kids that love you, babies, those are the only pure loves. You understand? So when they came in that room and I got to see my babies, I was the most happiest person in the world. You understand? The most happiest person in the world. But I used to have to beg my kids to bring their kids to see me. I don't know how many times I have to ask you to get off my live video. Do anybody in here in the lab know how to delete her out my live? Because I don't want her on there. Yeah, you know what? The point of the matter is, though, the point of the lab is that she's the type of person that comes at you, and comes at you, and comes at you. She's the type of person that has to have the last word. No, it's no mediation. I'm done. I'm done. I'm tired. I don't have time for that anymore, okay? You know, people is gonna be who they is. And you know what? Sometimes you just have to listen. You have to listen, and you have to okay. You have to listen.
You shutting the door?
Yeah. You have to listen to what people show you. You have to look and believe what people show you. Um for the live stream. You have to listen to what people tell you every day. Okay? Don't listen. You gotta listen because people show you who they are really are. Okay? Yeah, get out. I didn't ask you to come. See? And she's cussing. See what I'm saying? That's what she did in the private chat. She cussed. Okay? She know how I feel about my kids cussing at me. Okay? But they don't care. When your kids lose a certain amount of respect for you, that's what it is. Shit. That's what you is. Big ass pile of shit. See, she the type of little girl, even though she's even she's a grown woman, she's still a kid. And she's disrespectful. And then she tell me I'm disrespectful. You understand? Get out of my life. Why would you want to come over here and make my life disrespectful? I'm not going to read anything else you post. I'm just going to ignore your post. But like I said, I be in my room doing my jewelry. And then she told me she was going to call the police on me and tell them I stole her credit card. Now, who tells their mother that? So I go in the house. So say I get arrested. Never been arrested in my life. But say I get arrested, okay? Because she want to say credit card fraud, okay? What I'm going to do as far as my health? I can't even eat the shit that I eat at home. So what they going to give me in there? I'm just going to wither away and die. You understand? I'm literally going to wither away and die if I go to jail. And she said she going to tell them credit card fraud. But that's okay. I'm smart. Do y'all see that? That's me now. In my mirror. Can you see how small I am now? That makes no sense to me. But like I said, getting back to kids being disrespectful, talking to you any type of way. You see how she jumped in my live and jumped right into it. You understand? And that's what I'm telling you. I have lost so much weight, and it's just I'm malnourished. Okay. So now, before, I don't know if you guys knew, but I was on this stuff called TPN. I was on it 16 days a week. Yep. You gotta love people from a distance. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, you have to keep your distance. I'm not going to sit here and entertain whatever it is that she's talking about because I don't want to hear it. I'm not reading it. I see her name pop up and then I just ignore it because I'm not going to read it. And then I never go back over and read my live video anyway. And I'm not going to go over and read it. I'm going to leave it up here so people can see how disrespectful she really is. You understand? I'm not going to talk to her anymore. I'm just going to let her sit there and constantly be disrespectful. So people can see how disrespectful she is, okay? And like I said, this video was inspired by Band Runner Squad. It just took a nasty turn because a nasty person decided to come into my live and talk major shit to their parent.
Hey.
Hey, I'm on live, Danny. I'm on live, right?
Yeah.
And this troll Beth, is on here talking all kind of stuff about me.
Yo, Beth on there? Why
Yeah,
Beth on there
and
talking
then
crazy?
people is on there telling her that's your mother. Don't disrespect your mother.
Crazy.
You understand? But she feel as though she got that right to come on here and disrespect me like she done lost her damn mind.
Block her from the video for right now.
I don't know how to block her from the video. How do you block her?
I don't know. There ain't nothing in the corner. You probably got to click on her name.
Dan Runner said, "What's up, Doechii?"
What up? What up?
And like I was saying, Shonda, you are a really good daughter.
Why wondering why you ain't say nothing to her?
Hi, my baby. Shonda, you are a really good daughter. You and Eric, he's a good son-in-law. He'll be there soon. And for you to give up everything of yours and to help your parents, honey, anything Hannah Nation give me, she make me pay her back. Every dollar, even if it was one, she make me pay her back. You understand? And like I told you guys, right now, I'm going through a major depression. I'll tell you a story, okay? I had got into it with Doechii's fiance's family and her one day. And so I was going to probably shoot one of them because you know I have a gun and have a gun license. And they had got under my skin so bad. And then all of a sudden my mind went blank. And I had pointed the gun to my own head, okay? I was going to pull the trigger because at this point, I was just tired of living and having to go through the things that I had to go through in this world. I don't feel like I deserve that because like I said, can't nobody tell me that I'm not a nice person. Can't nobody tell me that I don't help whoever I can help. You understand? I don't care if just a couple dollars. I would try to help you. I would give you my plate of food. I'd give you the shirt off my back. I would help you. You understand? And what I just don't get about the whole situation, I didn't raise certain kids that way. Like Beth, oh my God, she would make, if she, okay, I have dreads. I have dreadlocks, right? I had dreadlocks. And she charged me $20 to do my dreadlocks. A lot of people say she shouldn't even be charging me and her dad to do our hair. And I think I agree with that because I never charge her for anything ever. Ever. She could ask us to watch her funky ass dog while she gone on vacation. We watch him. She asked me to do this for her, that for her, anything, and I'll do it. But $20 to do our hair, and she adds it up. And then we have to pay her. You ain't paid daddy. You ain't pay your daddy nothing. You sat there and y'all did an evil trade. He did that. Thank you. But she said, don't nobody do nothing for her, so why should I do anything for somebody for free? We ain't just anybody. We your mother and father who gave you life, who been there for you every step of the way. We didn't charge you for 3 months when you went away, when you did that shit with that road rage and we kept your child. I didn't charge you for that. I just naturally step up and do what has to be done. And I don't give a damn what nobody say. Okay, so I'm not going to go into all that. I've been on live video. Yeah, I've been on live video now for 34 minutes. And yeah, I brought her in the world, but she don't seem to care about that. All she care about is her husband and 3 of her kids. And the other one, she treat like shit. The oldest one, I guess, because it ain't her husband's baby. So she treat her like shit. Now get mad at that, Beth. Yes, really. You treat a lazy like shit. You treat her like she a fucking stepchild. And then I begged you to let me bring the kids over to my house, but you act like we gonna fucking molest your babies or something. How do you think that make a grandmother feel that she can't even see her? And then you let me hold the baby, the little 6-month-old, and then I hold